Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Shamaprabha Nirvignam Gurume Devo Sharvakayeshu Sharvada Saraswate Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupi Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavado Mishada Suklam Bharadaram Vishnum Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyaye Sharva Pashantaye. Salutations to Lord Hanuman, who is present wherever the names of Lord Rama or wherever Ramayana is being read. Yatra yatra Raghunama Kirtanam Tatra tatra Krisamastak Hanjalim Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam Maruti Namatta Raksha Shantakam. Pujantam Ramarameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Jai Sri Ram to everybody. So we are in this session is session 21. So we have completed 20 sessions. Total number of sessions in this Valmiki Ramayana class is 32 sessions. And Valmiki Ramayana class will be ending in February, somewhere in mid of February 2021 next year. Okay, so at this moment, we are going to look at Sundara Kandam, which is second session for Sundara Kandam. But overall, in total, it is session 21. So before we look at session 21, which we will be covering Sundara Kandam from chapter 18 up to chapter 40 of Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam, let's look at what we have covered in the previous session. Always important to look at the Purva Charitra, what we have covered previously. So in the last session, that is session 20, I have given you the introduction to Sundara Kandam. Sometimes most readers of Ramayana, not I say sometimes, most readers of Ramayana have a affinity, a strong affinity towards this particular book, that is Sundara Kandam, because many of them have the belief, based on the various of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana, they say that this particular book is the most important part of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. The reason why they said it is the most important part of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana, or the most important book of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana, is that this is a book, which is book number 5 of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana, that contains the entire Ramayana. Okay, it contains the entire Ramayana. You will find that there will be narration given by Hanuman to Sita about what has taken place from Balakandam, from Ayodhya Kandam, from Aranya Kandam, and Kishinda Kandam. And then when Hanuman returned to Rama, he will be narrating what is going to take place after. That means Yuddha Kandam, and then Rama and Sita will return happily to Ayodhya. So that is why we say is that the entire Ramayana is contained in this particular book, which is called Sundara Kandam, the beautiful book. And it is also known that in the Sundara Kandam, before Sundara Kandam, if you are looking into Sundara Kandam itself, we learn the power of the name of Rama. It is considered to be Taraka mantra. Taraka means a mantra to cross the ocean of samsara. The ocean of samsara is the ocean of birth, old age, and also disease. Janma mritu jara vyadhi. Janma mritu. Janma birth. Mritu. Jara, old age, Vyadi, that is the disease. All this one can cross by the name of Rama, chanting of the name of Rama. In fact, in Vishnu Sahasranama, after hearing 1000 names of Lord Vishnu, Parvati asked Lord Shiva, is there a summary? Is there a way? Is there a name that can be equivalent to 1000 names of Lord Vishnu? And of course, the famous sloka that Lord Shiva said to Parvati, Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasra Rama Tatpuryam Ramanama Varanane. Chanting the name of Rama, Rama, Rama is equivalent to chanting 1000 names of Vishnu. And it is also said that Hanuman, just by meditating or chanting the name of Rama, he crossed the ocean. Whereas for Lord Rama himself, he has to build a bridge in order to cross the ocean. That's how powerful it is, the name of Lord Rama. And powerful it is that Hanuman, with the name of Lord Rama rolling on his tongue, he managed to achieve what if people used to say that it is not something that is easy to any ordinary people to achieve. To cross the ocean, meeting Sita, giving confidence to Sita, destroying the Rakshasas, meeting Ravana, burning the entire Lanka, and then returning to Rama and communicating to Rama. Seen is Sita, Drustva Sita. In Kambaramayana, it says Kanden Sita, Kanden or Drustva Sita. That means seen. First word that came from his mouth was seen. Okay, seen Sita. Okay, so last session we looked at entire Ramayana that contains in a Sundarakandam in the introductory parts. And of course, I have also quoted this beautiful sloka that is from a Ramayana commentator by the name of Tilaka. There are many commentators of Ramayana. Govind Raja Bhushanam Ramayana is also one of the very popular commentator. That it is in Sanskrit. We do not have much in English translation, but we have people who have given meaning to those commentaries by Govinda Raja too. So Sundarakanda, it is said, it is a beautiful book. Beautiful. Rama is beautiful. The story is beautiful. Sita is beautiful. Ashokavana is beautiful. Hanuman is beautiful. The mantra is beautiful. What is not beautiful in Sundarakanda, as it is stated by Tilaka? So the last session we have started looking chapter 1 to chapter 17 of Sundarakanda. Remember what I have mentioned. If you are reading chapter 1, don't stop anywhere. Read until you complete chapter 1. Chapter 1 of Sundarakanda consists of 211 slokas. So it is a sloka, it is a chapter where you should not stop. Just like Hanuman did not stop. Mainaka goes to offer hospitality to Hanuman. When Sagara requested Mainaka to rise and let Hanuman rest, Mainaka, the mountain came. Hanuman did not stop because he knows that he has an important task to be completed. And then he made with several obstacles. 2 other obstacles. That is Surasa. Surasa came. He managed to overcome Surasa. Then Simika, Chayagrahi came. He managed to overcome Chayagrahi, the Simika. Then he landed in Lanka. So anybody who desire for salvation, moksha, is stated by many commentators, should read chapter 1 of Sundarakanda regularly with faith and devotion. And of course, Hanuman landed in Lanka, and then he conquered Lanka. He met Lankini and he conquered Lanka. He entered the city of Lanka, searching here and there. He went to palace of Ravana. Inside the palace of Ravana, description of Pushpaka Vimana. Okay, 2 chapters were given related to Pushpaka Vimana, description of Pushpaka Vimana, and then the palace of Ravana. Hanuman entered into Ravana's house. He was searching and searching for Sita. And in chapter 10, he entered Ravana's house. He was looking at all the what they call queens of Ravana, including he saw Mandodari. When he saw Mandodari, he thought Mandodari it was Sita. And he was very happy. And then again, doubt entered his mind that it couldn't be Sita. And he continued to search for Sita. And there was a scenario that you find in chapter 12 and also chapter 13. Chapter 12, especially, Hanuman was also depressed. He was thinking of the consequences. What will happen if I go back to Rama, to Sugriva, without having any news about Sita? And he again started to search. In chapter 13, Hanuman started to pray. Before you starting any project, you need to pray. He started to salutation to Rama, Lakshmana, all the devas, including Sita. Then he moved to search in Ashokavana and he saw Sita. In chapter 15, Hanuman sees Sita. Ramayana commentators used to say that anybody who reads with faith and devotion, chapter 15 will be able to find things that they have lost. If you want to find anything that you have lost, you want to get it back. You want to find that things that you have lost, read chapter 15. Okay. And of course, Hanuman's grief at the flight of Sita, he was observing. He was observing from the Simsupa tree. And Hanuman sees Sita with the Rakshasis. So that was the chapter 17. We have completed the last session. And in this session, that is session 21, we are going to look into chapter 18 up to 40. There are a total of 22 chapters. Some of the chapters I'm just going to go through quickly. I'm not going to spend more time in some of the chapters, some of the shorter chapters. So because we have 22 chapters to be completed within 1.5 hours. So we are going to stop up to chapter 40. After meeting of Sita, the highlight of this session is a meeting between Hanuman and Sita. How Hanuman convinced Sita, how Hanuman gave confidence to Sita. And also this chapter, if you are looking into, especially if you are looking into some of the conversation between Sita and Ravana, the character of Sita, how strong Sita. Sita is not depicted by Valmiki as somebody who is weak, but it's very strong in terms of character and the argument that she put forward, not only to Ravana, and later on when Hanuman wanted to take Sita back to Rama, then you can also see the arguments that was forwarded by Sita to Hanuman. Okay, and it ends with Hanuman consoles Sita and he wants to travel. And before he wants to travel back to return to Rama and also Sugriva, he wanted to test. He wanted to meet Ravana himself. Okay, so looking at the scenario or situation Sita is in. Sita has been taken by Ravana to Lanka. Her situation in Ashokavana, unknown place. She's a foreigner, unknown place, unknown people. Some of them looking scary. If you look in at chapter 17, Valmiki described the physical features of all the Rakshasis that are guarding Sita. I will show you later on the chapter 17, what are the types of Rakshasis who are guarding Sita. Unknown language. Sometimes if you go to foreign country, you know the language that you speak and what they speak. You might have to find somewhere to somehow to communicate. Ambience are scary ambience, and time is running out. Time is really running out. No signs of any hope at that time for Sita. Now you put yourself in that particular scenario, particular circumstances. What will you do? Look at the situations like in Puranas, we have Bhagavata Puranas, in Mahabharatas. There are many situations. Draupadi, what did Draupadi did? Okay, not only in Sabha Parva of the Mahabharata, which is book 2, but also in book 3, Vana Parva. Many situations. What will you do in such circumstances? Even Gajendra, if you study about Gajendra Moksha from Bhagavatam, he tried his level best. What did Gajendra did? So what will you do if you are put in such a situation? Think about it. Okay. Now, the who are Sita's company at Ashokavana. If you look into chapter 17, the description of the Rakshasis. I'm not going to go through the details here. These are the description type of Rakshasis. Read chapter 17, you know what I'm talking about. And then later again, some of the description will also come in other chapters in what they call Sundarakanda. That's why some of these will be, you find some repetition. There was a question about repetition of some of the sloka. Not exactly the sloka 100% the same sloka being repeated. Some of the like for example, Ramayana, mini Ramayana have been narrated many times. In Ayodhya Kanda, we learn Sita was narrating about up to Balakanda to Anusuya. And then later Sita will also be narrating to Ravana. And then you will also find Rama, Lakshmana also will be narrating to Sugriva. Then you will also find that mini Ramayana will also be narrated by Sampati to Angada to Sampati, and then again by Hanuman to Sita. So you can find some repetition is there, will be there. Okay. Now looking at chapter 18. Chapter 18, night was drawing to a close. In Ravana's palace, he was awakened by Vedic chanting, also by musicians who sang his praises. In those times, you find kings. They have musicians who will come and wake them up. There's no alarm clock. They will come and wake them up. Okay. Even before he had time to adorn himself properly, Ravana thought of Sita and longed to see her. Quickly he entered. He went to Ashokavana. When he entered Ashokavana, it was said that he was accompanied by 100 chosen women who carried golden torches, fans, cushions, and other articles. They were all under the influence of alcohol, but Ravana, though mighty and powerful, was under the influence of passion for Sita. And Hanuman recognized the person he has seen asleep in the palace the previous nights. Hanuman is watching everything from Simsupha tree. Immediately, he did not take any action. He was waiting for the right moment. And when Ravana was coming towards Sita, towards the direction, Sita was a bit frightened and she shielded herself with her legs and arms and began to weep bitterly. Pinning for Rama, distressed on the account of separation, being separated from Rama, the most beautiful and radiant Sita was constantly engaged in prayer that Rama might soon triumph over Ravana and rescue her. And Ravana inviting his own death, trying to entice her. So the constantly thinking, praying is very important note here. If you go through this particular chapter, if you are looking into this chapter 19, constantly when you start to do something constantly with faith and devotion, in psychology, we study something about law of attraction. What the mind thinks and perceives, the mind will be able to achieve. And this is also mentioned by Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich. That is very popular, written by Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. He mentions that whatever the mind thinks and believes, the mind will be able to achieve. And we also find in the case of Sita, her mind constantly thinks of Rama. Somehow or rather, the help will be able to come because it's all in the mind. Remember, I mentioned that Bhagavad Gita also mentioned in chapter 6, verse 5 and 6, the mind can be your friend, the mind can be your enemy. Okay? Now, Ravana appeared and his words were meaningful and sweet. He said to Sita, please do not be afraid of me, O charming lady. It's natural for a demon to enjoy others' wife and abduct them forcibly. It is a demon's own dharma. Ravana is describing the Rakshasa dharma, demon's dharma. Okay, just like dharma can be different depending on the context, depending on kala, desha, or time, and also place, location. But for Rakshasa, they say that it is their dharma. But he said, I shall not violate you against your wishes. He can't, because there are curses against him, many curses. Many case has been filed against him, and there are also many curses against him, against Ravana. So he will not be able to do that. Okay? For I want to win your love. I have enough strength to restrain myself. Yet it breaks my heart to see you suffer like this, to see you dressed in these tattered and dirty garments. You are born to apply most delightful cosmetic articles, to wear royal attire, to adorn yourself with the most expensive jewels. You are young, youthful. This is a time to enjoy yourself, for youth is passing. There is none in three worlds who is as beautiful as you are. For having fashioned you, the creator Brahma has retired. You are so beautiful that no one in three worlds, not even the Brahma, could be overcome by passion. When you accept me, all I have will become yours. Even my chief wives, his chief wife, there are many, not only Mandodari, you have Anya Malini and many others, will become your servants. Let me warn you, no one in three worlds is my match in strength and valor. Rama, if he is alive, does not even know where you are. He has no hope of regaining you. Give up this foolish idea of yours. Let me behold you dressed, adorned, properly dressed and adorned. Let us enjoy life to the heart's content. It's a very detailed, if you what you call words from Ravana. If you read the chapter 20 here, okay. Now, but Ravana's words were extremely painful to grief-stricken Sita. So she placed a blade of grass in front of her, Prudam, okay, unwilling even to speak to Ravana directly. And she will be looking at the blade of grass, thinking that the blade of grass is Ravana. And she said, you cannot aspire for me any more than a simple man can aspire for perfection. I will not do what is unworthy in the eyes of a chaste wife. Surely you do not know Dharma, nor do you obviously listen to the advice of wise counselors. Ravana has counselors, but many of the counselors, they are like yes men, yes boss. They don't want to say no, except Vibhishana will advise. Even the wife, Mandodari, will advise. Even Kumbhakarna will also have given advice to Ravana. Later on, when we will learn about the character of Kumbhakarna character is beautifully described in Ramayana as well. Kumbhakarna knows also somebody people say Kumbhakarna is in a mode of ignorance, tamasic guna, but he's somebody who is very intelligent. Although he knows what Ravana is doing is wrong, but he fought and he died for Ravana. He knew that he was going to die, but yet he entered the battlefield. There is a beautiful conversation between Kumbhakarna and Vibhishana in Yuddha Gandha. In the Kamba Ramayana beautifully describes how they define, how they look at Dharma. Vibhishana talks about Dharma from his side, and Kumbhakarna will also be talking about Dharma from his side. Okay, and at the end, both wanted to fulfill their Dharma. Okay? So that part will come under Yuddha Kanda. So for Ravana, even though he has many counselors, but they are mostly will follow Ravana. You remember Maricha also mentioned to Ravana, okay, whoever gives you this advice is not your friend, is not your counselor. So it is better to have somebody who criticizes you, gives you the right conduct to what is right, what is wrong, what is dharma and what is adharma. Okay, so set an example. Sita is telling Ravana, set an example to your subject. Because a king needs to set example. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 21 says that whatever a great people, great man, a great leader will do, the common people will follow. Yad yad acharati srestas tat heve tharo janaha. Sayat pramanam kurute lokas tat anuvartate, says that. Whatever the leader will do, followers will also do. He says, Kautilya also says in his Artha Sastra, Yatha Raja Tatha Praja. Praja will follow the Raja. So set example to your subjects, O demon, and consort with your own wife. Desire for other wives will lead to infamy, akirti, infamy, akirti, not kirti, akirti. Just there is a verse also in Bhagavad Gita, akirti karam Arjuna. Running away from battlefield will be lead you to akirti. In this case, what they call Sita is telling Ravana, if you do this, it is lead you to akirti. The world rejoices at the death of a wicked man. So it will soon at your death. She is already predicting it. But do not desire for me. You cannot win me by offering me power or wealth, for I am inseparable from Rama, even as a light is inseparable from the sun. There's a beautiful sloka there. And just like the light is not separable from the sun, I am not separable from Rama. He is the abode of Dharma, righteousness. Take me back to him and beg his pardon. He loves those who seek his refuge. If you do not, he will surely come to grief, for no power on earth can save you from Rama's weapon. His missile will surely destroy the entire Lanka. In fact, if you have not stolen me in the absence of Rama and Lakshmana, you would not be alive today. You could not face them, you coward. So Sita is requesting Ravana to take her to Rama and surrender to Rama, Saranagati, seeking his refuge, Saranagati. Very important because the Ramayana itself, commentators of Ramayana from Sri Vaishnavism lineage says that the entire Ramayana is about Saranagati. That ultimately leads to the Saranagati. The Vibhishana Saranagati and the sloka that Rama mentions that is the ultimate. Whereby Rama says, my vow to give protection whoever comes and surrenders. Saranagati. Sakrut eva prapannaya tavashmichi chayachate abhayam sarvabhuttebhyo dadamyeta pradamama. We'll come into that famous sloka when we go to Yuddha Kanda of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. So Sarga 21, if you really look at, is an outstanding chapter with many dharmic lessons. Right in the second sloka, Valmiki says, Sita threw a piece of grass, trunam, in front of her, and looking at it, started addressing Ravana. Hearing, she implied many messages. That she does not want to face Ravana and speak, that Ravana is not his word, only a piece of grass in her eyes. That she so does not value her own life beyond that of a piece of grass, meaning she does not care for the threat to her life from him. So in fact, if you go through reading this chapter, it says there is also commentators who says anyone who reads this chapter 21 constantly with faith and devotion, you will get good behavior, you will develop strong character, you will be mentally fearless, physical fearless, not mentally fearless. You read this chapter 21, because there are certain chapters, for instance, Sundarakandam have many what we call benefits of reading the chapters. I mentioned during session 20, chapter 1, if you want to get salvation, chapter 3, if you want to if you want no fear from bhutas, pichashas, and all that, all the subtle elements. Chapter 15, if you want to get something that you have lost. But if you read like chapter 21, if you want to develop strong character, good behavior, read constantly chapter 21. What is important is that not mechanical reading, but faith and devotion. Reading with faith and devotion. Okay. Now, Ravana's anger was rose when he heard what Sita mentioned. He replied, normally women respond to a pleasant approach by men, but you seems to be different, O Sita. You rose my anger, but my desire for you subdues that anger. My love for you prevents me from killing you straight away, though you deserve to be executed for all the insulting words that you utter. Well, I had fixed 1 year as a time limit for you to make up your mind. 10 months have elapsed since then. You have 2 more months in which to decide to accede to my wish. If you fail to do so, my cooks will prepare a nice meal of your flesh for me to eat. This is an ultimatum given by Ravana to Sita, only 2 months. But Sita remained unmoved. He said to Ravana, you are prattling, O wicked demon. I can, by my own spiritual energy, reduce you to ashes. But I do not do so on account of the fact that I have not been ordered by Rama. I do not want to waste my spiritual power. The tapasya shouldn't be wasted. When people get angry, people start to curse, people want to do this. That tapasya, when you waste, you lose your power of the tapasya. That's what the rishis also said. But there is one rishi, Durvasa, the more he uses the power to curse people, the more he gains the spiritual power from his tapasya. Okay, so the terrible demon was greatly enraged by the words of Sita. He threatened her, wait, I shall destroy you just now. I shall destroy you. But he did not do so. However, he said to the Rakshasis guarding Sita, use all your powers to persuade Sita to consent to my proposal. Immediately, Ravana sponsored, embraced him and pleaded, why don't you enjoy your own company, giving up the desire for Sita? For a man who seeks the company of one who does not love him comes to grief. And he who seeks the company of the one who loves him enjoy life. Hearing this and laughing aloud, Ravana walks away. If you read, it was a statement from Danya Malini. Or if you read that chapter 22 of Sundarakandam. And after Ravana left the grove, the Rakshasi said, how is it that you do not value Ravana's hands? Perhaps you do not know who he is. So then the brief history of Ravana will be mentioned by the Rakshasis. Of course, very detailed history of Ravana, how Ravana was born, and all the details are found in Uttarakanda of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. But a very brief information about Ravana's history will be narrated here by the Rakshasis. Will say that of the 6 Prajapatis who are sons of Brahma, Pulastya, okay, is the 4th of Pulastya. A sage called Vishrava was born and is equal to Pulastya. Ravana is a son of Vaishrava. He is known as Ravana because he makes the enemy cry. Okay, it was a great honor. It is a great honor that his proposal. So all the glories of Ravana will be narrated by the Rakshasis to Sita. Okay, but of course, Sita was very strong in her character, very strong with her attachments towards Rama. So chapter 23 is all the persuasion chapter where the Rakshasis tries to persuade Sita. And Sita was deeply pained by the words uttered by the Rakshasis. She said, enough of this vulgar and sinful advice. A human being should not become the wife of a demon. But even that is irrelevant. I shall not under any circumstance abandon my husband and seek another. The demoness were enraged and began to threaten Sita. And Hanuman was witnessing all this. The Rakshasis again said, you have shown enough affection to unworthy Rama. Excess of anything is undesirable and leads to undesirable results. You can read this particular sloka. Also, useful lessons, even though it is coming from a Rakshasis. Sometimes we find in Ramayana, some of the lessons can be learned from people that you do not consider have some valuable lessons. Like Surpanaka even gave lessons in management to Ravana in Aranyakanda. Maricha, who took the form of a Mayaman, that is the deer, the magical deer, also given lessons in governance to Ravana. You will also find later in Yuddhakanda, Malyavan will also be giving lessons to Ravana too. So in this case, the Rakshasi is saying excess of anything is undesirable and leads to undesirable results. Remember I mentioned in Kishkindakanda, Vali at the time when he was about to die also advised something similar to his son Angada. Do not have a strong attachment to anybody or even strong hatred to anybody. Always take the middle path. That was the advice given by Vali to Angada. Okay, if you are able to remember in Kishkindakanda. So the Rakshasi say, you have so far conformed to the human rules of conduct. It's high time you abandon that code, abandon human drama and consented to be Ravana's wife. So we have so far put up with the rude and harsh word that you have uttered. And we have so far offered you loving and wholesome advice. Intent as we are on your welfare, but you seems to be too stupid to see the truth. You have been brought here by Ravana. You have crossed the ocean. Others cannot cross the ocean and come to your rescue. These are all the persuasion arguments that are being put forward by the Rakshasis. We tell you this, O Sita, even Indra cannot rescue you from here. Therefore, please do as we tell you in your interest. Enough of your weeping. Give up this sorrow which is destructive. Of course, sorrow is destructive. The more and more you grieve, more and more you dwell in sorrowful state, it's destructive. Mentally, emotionally, it will be destructive. Okay? Abandon that wretched life. Attain love and pleasure. Make haste, O Sita, for your youth, especially for of women, is but momentary and passes quickly. Make up your mind to become Ravana's wife. If, however, you are obstinate, we shall ourselves tear your body and hit your heart. Other Rakshasis took up the cue and began to threaten Sita. They said, when I first saw this woman, a lovely woman, brought into Lanka, desire came into me that I should eat her. I am waiting for that day. What is the delay? Let us report to the king she has died. She will surely ask us to eat her flesh. We shall divide her flesh equally and eat it. And after the meal, we'll dance in front of goddess Bhadrakali. This is mentioned in chapter 24. If you read the chapter 24, these are all the words of Rakshasis threatening, persuading, and try to threaten Sita. So that Sita will agree to Ravana. And again, if you look into continuing from chapter 24, 25, Sita gave a vent to her grief by thinking aloud. The wise ones have rightly said that untimely death is not attained here by a man or a woman. Hence, though I am suffering intolerable anguish on account of my separation from my beloved husband, I am unable to give up my life. Grief is eating me, slowly eating me. I can neither live nor can I die. Surely this is the bitter fruit of some dreadful sin committed in a past birth. Sita is also recalling, trying to say, justify, maybe all that suffering is due to us. Of course, to some extent, we carry karma, burden, karma from the past, also karma from now, current. I mentioned this in one of the session, one of few sessions ago. Maybe in Ayutthaya Ganda, we have gone through some on that, and Aranya Ganda also we have looked at on karma, okay, the types of karma and all that things. Okay. Then she started to say, dig shame upon human birth, shame at the state of dependent upon others, as a result of which I cannot give up my own life. And then she continues, what a terrible, terrible misfortune it has been. Though I'm living under protection of Rama and Lakshmana, I was abducted by Ravana in their absence. Even more terrible, I have been separated from my beloved husband. I'm confined here, surrounded by these Rakshasis. Worst part of it is that in spite of all these misfortunes, my heart does not burst into anguish and letting me die. Of course, I shall never allow Ravana to touch me as long as I'm alive. I wonder why Rama has not taken steps to come to my aid. For my sake, he killed thousands of demons while we were in forest. 14,000 Rakshasas were killed, including Kara, okay, Dushana, and Trisara that we learn in Aranyakanda. Truly, I'm on a island, but Rama's missile have no difficulties crossing ocean and finding their targets. Surely he does not know where I am. Even Jatayu, who could have informed Rama of what has happened, was killed by Ravana. If only he knew I was here, Rama would have destroyed Lanka, dried up the ocean with his missile. Rama was able. In fact, when Samudra Raja did not turn up, he wanted to dry up the ocean. Then Samudra Raja came. You will learn this in Yuddhakanda. So Sita knew that Rama has the power to dry up the ocean. Okay, so just like in Draupadi, in Mahabharata, say the Hastinapura will be crying, all the women in Hastinapura will be weeping. This is what Sita also mentioned about Lanka. All the demons will be killed by Lanka. Lanka will be a huge crematorium. That's what mentioned by Sita here. And she further says she has the confidence she will be reunited with Rama. Rama will come. He will destroy all the demons. If only Rama comes to know where I am. Lanka will be burned by his terrible missiles. On the other hand, time is running out. 2 more months, I shall be cut into pieces for Ravana's meal. Maybe it is Rama himself. Maybe it is that Rama himself is no more. She's going into a bit of a negative self-talk, which is not so good. As I said in a previous session, when you have negative self-talk, when a positivity comes in a portion of 3, ratio of 3 to 1, you'll be able to overcome that negativity that comes to your mind. Remember I mentioned, I quoted a book from Barbara Patrickson, a psychologist, on the ratio of positivity with negativity. If the positivity ratio increases by 3 to 1, then you will be able to overcome the negativity. Okay, these are all the, even Sita was thinking of giving up her life. If you are looking in, if you read through the chapter 26. Now, hearing the words of Sita, some of the Rakshasas grew angry. They threatened, we shall go and report to Ravana and we shall be able to eat you at once. But what happened was that there was a Rakshasi by the name of Trijata. Trijata is a doctor of what they call Vibhishana. Just then woke up from her slumber and announced, forget all these talks about eating Sita, oh foolish ones. I have just now dreamt a dream which forewarns what a terrible calamity awaits all of you. The Rakshasis all asked, tell us what the dream was. Then Trijata, okay, Trijata. There is also another Trijata, a Brahmana called Trijata that Rama met when Rama was going to the forest. You recall this in Ayodhya Kanda of Ramayana. But this Trijata is a daughter of Vibhishana, the Rakshasi. Similarly, you have Vinata, Vainateya, the names comes often. Vainateya refers to Garuda, but there is also Vineta. Vineta name called Vainateya is refers to Garuda, means the son of Vinata. But there is also Vinata Rakshasa, sorry, Vinata, there is a Vanara who was sent towards the western, sorry, not western, yes, western direction to look for Sita. No, not western direction, towards the eastern direction to look for Sita by Sugriva. Northern direction, Sattavali was sent. Western direction, it was Susena. Susena also, there are many Susenas here in Ramayana. The Susena that was sent by Sugriva towards the western direction is a father-in-law of, is his father-in-law, father of Tara. And then towards the southern direction was Saint Angada. Okay, remember the name Trijata. There's also another Trijata. Okay, so Trijata will be describing her dream, what she saw. All the things that she saw was something to say that Rama and Lakshmana will be able to meet. Rama will be able to unite with Sita, and whereas Lanka will be destroyed. A very detailed dream. If you read this chapter, it is a very detailed description of a dream. That is something like you will learn in this Ramayana. There are many descriptions. Earlier in Ayutthaya Kanda, we learn about uh, Bharada's dream. What Bharata dreamed before the night that the night that Dasarada passed away, there was a dream of Bharata. Detailed description of the dream was given in Ayutthaya Kanda. And then in Sundara Kanda, we have another dream that is a dream of what you call Trijata. I'm not going to read very detail, all the detail of a dream, but if you read this chapter 27, very detailed it is mentioned about what she dreamt. And then in one of the dream, it is mentioned that Lanka will be submerged. The island of Lanka will be thrown into the ocean. Lanka will be submerged. That is why some commentators, some researchers of Ramayana says the current Lanka might not be Sri Lanka. Current Sri Lanka might not be the Lanka of Ramayana, because the distance of Lanka of Ramayana and where the current Lanka is might be different. There are some research papers also people have done on trying to figure out where the Lanka, that Lanka might have been submerged according to some scholars. Okay, if I'm able to locate that research paper, I can share with you in the WhatsApp group. Okay, on the location of Lanka, whether the current Lanka, current Sri Lanka is a Lanka of Ramayana. Of course, current Sri Lanka became a tourist attraction. Some are promoting due to locations of Ramayana. But we have to see from actual research whether it is a Lanka during the time of Ramayana, because the geography of the world during Ramayana was different than it is now. Okay. So, commentators of Ramayana, I'm not going to go through all the detail of the dream of Trijata. In fact, Trijata also said that the Lanka will be burned. You will see at the end of Sundarakanda, before Hanuman left to meet Rama, he burned the entire Lanka. So Sita, when she heard that, she was very happy. She said, if this comes true, I shall certainly protect every one of you. Here, the Rakshasis, the one commentator of Ramayana from Sri Vaishnava says, for Rama, only when people come for Saranagati, come for surrender, Rama protects them. The sages in Aranyakandam, in Dantaka forest, surrendered to Rama, Rama protected. So Sugriva also Rama protected. And then Vibhishana Rama protected. Only when they come for Saranagati. But they say for Sita, even without Saranagati, she protected them. This will be seen in how Sita protected them is that when Rama was victorious, Hanuman was the first to come, first to meet Sita and tell Sita that Rama have been victorious, Rama Jayam. The news that Rama have been victorious. And then Hanuman said, shall I destroy all these Rakshasa who have been tormenting you? Then Sita will say very beautiful words that they should not be destroyed, they should be protected. She will give many examples. That part we come into Yuddhakanda. So here Sita says, if this comes true, I shall certainly protect you. The Rakshasi did not surrender to Sita, but Sita, out of her compassion, protected the Rakshasis who were tormenting her. So this is in chapter 27. Now, Ramayana commentators have mentioned that to get rid of bad dreams, sometimes when you dream, you see in your dreams incidents that are not very good, that are very horrible, very bad. If you want to get rid of bad dreams, read chapter 27 on Trijita's narration of a dream. This is mentioned not by me, but by commentators of Ramayana. I'm giving this information to you. Okay, read chapter 27. If you have anything negative, bad dreams that you have experienced, read this chapter. Okay, as we go on in chapter 28, the demoness did not pay heed to Trijita. Sita thought, truly have the wise have declared, that will never come to the person before the appointed time. This is something like repetition in the previous chapter. She's saying again, my time have come. Ravana has said definitely that if I do not agree to him, I will be put to death. Since I can never love him, it is certain that I will be executed. Hence, I condemn already. I am condemned already. Okay, so here Sita is thinking, okay, that more from the negative side. I shall therefore incur no blame if I voluntarily end my life today. Even Hanuman was also thinking something like that on the negative side. If you look into in chapter 12 and chapter 13, but he remotivated himself. So here Sita is almost like thinking, no, she's saying that mentally she's saying, Rama, after you complete 14 years term of exile, you will return to Ayodhya and enjoy life with the queens that you might marry. But I who love you, whose heart is forever fastened to you, shall be no more. This is a negative thought that comes to the mind. Even Sita, the negative thoughts came to her mind. If Rama do not come, what is going to happen? She at that time she was thinking of ending her life. And she was thinking, how shall I end this life? I have no weapons. Nor will anyone give me any weapon or poison to end my life. I shall use this string with which my hair has been tied and hang myself from this tree. Thinking aloud in this manner, Sita contemplated the feet of Rama and get ready to execute herself. At the same time, she noticed many auspicious omens which dissuaded her from her wish to end her life. For example, I mentioned to you, based on a Nimitta Shastra, based on omens, we'll be able to be able to foresee a particular event, whether the event is going to be negative or positive. For a woman, when her left eye, left arm, left side of the body probes, it's something good going to happen. For a woman, for a man, if their left eye, left arm, left thigh probe, it is not something that is going to be good. So for a man, it has to be on the right side, right eye, right arm probed. Then it will be something positive, something good is going to happen, but not for a woman. For a woman, it will has to be on the left side. So when based on the Nimitta Shastra, she become calm and radiant again. Now we go into chapter 30. Hanuman is observing everything from Simsupatri. And in chapter 40, Hanuman is thinking, Sita is contemplating of ending her life. Hanuman is thinking, what should I do now? How should I act? There are 44 verses in this sarga, in this chapter. Hanuman seeing and hearing, seeing and hearing everything, Hanuman wonders how to approach Sita. And Hanuman will be analyzing the scenario of him talking to Sita directly and ends up in a dilemma. So it's actually a decision-making process of Hanuman on how to communicate, what he should do. Okay, Hanuman sitting on the tree, watched everything. He thought, if I meet Sita in the midst of these Rakshasas, it will be disastrous. In fact, she might get frightened and cry before I could make announcement concerning Rama. I might be caught. I can kill all the demons here, but I might be too weak to fly back. I could speak to her in a dialect of a Brahmana, but she might suspect a Vanara speaking to be Ravana himself. To speak to Sita now seems risky, yet if I do not, she might commit suicide. If I do not act with due regards to place and time, the contrary results ensure. So he's thinking he should not, he's coming to Lanka, he's there Lanka for a great mission. The mission should not fail. So he was thinking, he was contemplating what to do. Then he decided, I shall sing the glories of Rama softly, thus win Sita's confidence. Then I shall deliver Rama's message to her in a manner which will evoke her confidence. So here Hanuman decides to communicate with Sita. He has to decide what shape he has to appear, what language he has to communicate, what exactly he should be communicating in order to accomplish his objective of earning Sita's trust that he is Ramaduta. So he goes through an elaborate process of evaluating each of the option in front of him. It's just like a decision tree. People in management will know what is decision tree. Okay, if you make this decision, what will be the consequences? Something like a mind map, mapping yourself. You make this decision, what will be the consequences? You make another decision, what will be your consequences? What will be likely effect or consequences? So thinking in this way, he made a decision that he will use Manusha Bhasha, use in Koshala Desam, like in Ayodhya, that he will first gain Sita's confidence before appearing physically before her. That he will recite Ramacharitram while continuing to sit in a hiding place amidst the branches and leaves of the same tree, Simsupa tree. After deep deliberation, Hanuman decided the safest and the wisest course. Softly, sweetly, clearly, in cultured accent, he narrated the story of Rama. Here he starts mini Ramayana. The spelling of Ishwaku, it should be Ishwaku, the spelling error is there. He said, a descendant of noble Ishwaku was Emperor Dasarada. He's giving detail about Dasarada, kingdom of Dasarada. He was a royal sage. He was devoted to righteousness. There is a description by Hanuman. If you go through chapter 21, he will even say Dasarada is equivalent to power, in power to Indra himself. Because Indra called Dasarada to fight the war with Sambasura. Dasarada fought the war. Kaikeyi was a charioteer for him at the time. Okay, who was a royal sage, Raja Rishi, devoted to Dharma, ruling his kingdom. And he starts, his eldest son Rama was equally powerful, righteous, to honor the father's promise to his stepmother. Rama went to Nandaka forest with Lakshmana and his wife Sita. There Rama killed thousands of demons. A demon disguised as a deer tricked Rama and Lakshmana away. At that time, wicked Ravana attacked Sita. Rama went searching for her while so wandering in the forest, cultivated friendship with Sugriva. Sugriva commissioned millions of Vanaras to search for Sita. Endowed with extraordinary strength, I crossed the ocean. Blessed am I able to behold that Sita. See, here Hanuman will be giving a mini Ramayana from Balakandam, from Ayodhya Kandam, from Aranya Kandam to Kishkinda Kandam, until Sundara Kandam, until he reached Lanka and he's looking at Sita. So this is a mini Ramayana again. Look at this chapter, chapter 31, mini Ramayana. Sita was supremely delighted to hear that speech. She looked up and down everywhere and saw Vanara Hanuman. See, after 10 months, Ravana took Sita, put her in Lanka, in Ashokavana, in the company of all the Rakshasis. After 10 months, continuously devoted to Rama, thinking about Rama every day, every moment, thinking about Rama. Sometimes you don't get certain things immediately. You have to wait. You have to wait and wait. Tapasya is not something that it comes to you immediately when you go through chanting mantras or doing anything. So you have to wait and wait and wait. 10 months. Then Rama, the Sita here hears something about Rama. Sita's first source of happiness in 10 months is in chapter 31 of Sundarakanda. Okay. You can read this chapter also consistently if you read something good. On hearing Hanuman's word, okay, chapter 31, sloka 18 and sloka 19. On hearing Hanuman's words, Sita looked at all direction and quarters while quietly contemplating on Rama, the self of all, and experienced supreme joy. She looked up and down and saw Hanuman of unimaginable intelligence, the minister of Monkey Lord, Sugriva, son of a wind god, son of Vayu, looked like rising sun. Remember Hanuman when he was a baby, he wants to go and pluck the sun from the sky. He wants us to go and catch the sun. So Sita also looked at Hanuman like the rising sun. It's mentioned in this chapter. But seeing a Vanara seated on a tree, Sita, frightened and suspicious, she cried aloud, "Oh Rama, oh Lakshmana." She was terror-stricken as a Vanara approached, but she was pleasantly surprised to see he came humbly and worshipfully with his palm, worship Sita. She saw, "Am I dreaming? I hope not. It forbids ill to dream of a monkey." Sastra says in a what they call Sapna Sastras, dreaming of monkey is not something good. But I'm not dreaming. Maybe this is a hallucination. I've been thinking about Rama. I have constantly uttered his name and talked about him. Since my whole being is observed in him, I'm imagining all this. But I have reasoned out all this carefully within myself. I pray to God, may what I have just heard be true. So this here is Sita was a bit suspicious and contemplating whether what she has heard. And with palms joined with salutation over his head, Hanuman approached Sita. "Who are you, O lady? Are you indeed the voice of blessed Rama?" Sita thereupon related the whole story. Again, a bit of mini Ramayana will be narrated here. See, mini Ramayana have been narrated many times by many people. Here, Sita again will be narrating a mini Ramayana. I am the wife of Rama. I am the daughter-in-law of King Dasaratha, daughter of King Janaka. I am the wife of Rama. We live happily in the Ayodhya for 12 years. So on the age of 24 plus only, they of Rama's 24 plus age and Sita's 18 plus age, they went to the forest. But when Rama was about to be crowned, here Sita is giving mini Ramayana. And she will tell Hanuman, he has given me 2 more months to live, after which I shall meet my end. So here, chapter 34 is also important chapter. Hanuman boosts the confidence of Sita. See, how Hanuman communicates is very important here. If you go through this particular chapter, if you remember the first meeting of Hanuman with Rama and Lakshmana, Hanuman impressed Rama with his communication skills. So Rama will tell Lakshmana, only one who have mastered the 3 Vedas will be able to communicate and speak like Hanuman. He found no fault in the communication of Hanuman at all. He did not speak too fast or too slow. The word was right words he used to communicate. Everything mentioned by what they call Rama to Lakshmana about the communication skills of Hanuman. Even here, Hanuman communicated well to Sita, even though Sita thought it might even be Ravana. Look at how Hanuman broke the ice, built the confidence in Sita. So this is in chapter 34. So again, going down to Sita, Hanuman said to her, "O divine lady, I am the messenger sent by Rama. He has also his brother Lakshmana sent their greetings and hope that you are alive and well." And Sita was very happy, rejoiced, and thought to herself, surely there is a lot of truth in old age. Happiness is bound to come to a man who lives, even though after a long time, after 10 months, she's getting this news about Rama. But as Hanuman came near, she grew suspicious and would not even look at him. She thought, Oh, Ravana, previously you assume a disguise of a mendicant and abducted me. Now you come to torment me in disguise of a Vanara. Please leave me alone. But on the other hand, she realized to herself, this cannot be. For seeing these Vanaras, my heart rejoices. The instinct tells her that she's happy. It might not be Ravana, because Ravana might not be going to her, offer salutation to her because of his ego. He will not go or salute anybody. So Hanuman, however, reassured her, "Oh, blessed Sita, I am the messenger sent by Rama, who will soon kill the demons and rescue you from their captivity. Rama and Lakshmana constantly think of you. So does King Sugriva, whose minister Hanuman I am." He's giving introduction. "Endowed with extraordinary energy, I cross the sea. I am not what you suspect me to be." So the communication, the way he communicates, read the chapter 34 about how Hanuman communicate and try to convince Sita that he is the Ramaduta. And at the request of Sita's request, Hanuman recounted the glories of Rama. These are all the description of Rama's glory will be here. Hanuman also again will be giving a bit of Rama's the characteristics of Rama, the traits of Rama, physical features of Rama also will be described by Hanuman. The physical features of Rama, the description you will find in chapter 1 of Balakandam. In the chapter 1 of Balakandam, it's a Samkshipa Ramayana where Narada Muni will be narrating to Valmiki about the mini Ramayana. In a description of mini Ramayana, Narada will be also giving something about the physical features of Rama. Again, here Hanuman will be giving that. So remember the questions from Valmiki where it will be answered by Narada. Sloka number 2 to number 4 of Balakandam chapter 1, the very famous, the question. Who is he in this world at this present moment who possesses all the 16 qualities? The famous question that was asked by Valmiki to Narada. Kon vashmin sampratam loke gunavan kascha viryavan dharmajnascha kritapnyascha satyavakya rudavradaha. The question, start with the question. The questions on all the characteristics. Okay. So again here, Hanuman will be narrating to Sita the characteristics, the traits of Rama. He will be giving very detailed about Rama. Okay, all that has happened. Again, mini Ramayana. He mentioned in particular how Rama moved to tears when Hanuman showed the pieces of jewelry that she dropped. When Ravana was taking Sita in Kishkindakanda, she dropped the jewelry when she saw Vanaras there. So he concluded the narrative by affirming, I shall certainly attain glory of having seen you first, and Rama too will soon come and take you back. He also revealed to Sita his own identity, Keshari, his father, Lee, on a mountain. No, about a background. All the background about himself. He was born to Angada. Sorry, he was born to Anjana Devi through wind god and all that. These are again the description that will be given by Hanuman about Rama, about himself. Again, I tell you again, oh divine lady, I am a Vanara, messenger sent by Rama. And he gave the ring given by Rama to Sita. Whatever might have been the cause of your suffering, it will come to an end. When Sita saw the ring, she felt the presence of Rama himself. She was filled with joy. Her attitude towards Hanuman too immediately and drastically changed. She said, you are heroic, capable and wise too, oh, best among the Vanaras. What a remarkable feat that you have accomplished by crossing the vast ocean, a distance of 800 miles. Surely you are not an ordinary Vanara. In that, you are not afraid of even Ravana. There is a Jnana Sloka of Ramayana that says, Anjaranandanam Viram Janaki Sokanashanam Kapisha Maksha Antaram Vande Lanka Vayankaram. There's a one who destroyed Shoka of Janaki or Sita. So he crossed the ocean. There is also Dhyana Sloka that says Goshpadi Kritavarashin Masaki Kritarapshasam Ramayana Mahamala Ratnamandi Nilakmachanda. He crossed the ocean, looks like a footprint of a cow. Goshpadi. It is stated in one of the Dhyana Sloka of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. So Sita said, I'm delighted to hear Rama and Lakshmana and well, but why has he not rescued me yet? He could dry up the ocean. In fact, he could destroy the whole world, whole earth with his missile if he wanted to do. Perhaps they had to wait for the right moment. That moment that would mean the end of my suffering have yet to arrive. Oh Hanuman, tell me more about Rama. So Sita requested Hanuman. In fact, he was also asking a question. One of you asked the question some time ago. Will Bharata send his army? That was also one of the questions that was asked by Sita to Hanuman. How Rama is going to rescue me from here? Will Bharata send an army? When he renounced the throne, when he took me to the forest, he displayed extraordinary firmness. So is he still firm in his resolve? Or I know that he loves me more than anyone else in this world. So here Sita, Hanuman replied, you will soon behold Rama, O Sita, stricken with grief of separation from you. Rama does not eat meat. Some commentators will take out this, but I am taking out exactly as the translator have given. He says that Rama did not eat meat nor drink wine. He does not even wish to ward off flies and mosquito that assail him. Go to chapter 36. You can read this chapter 36. Okay, chapter 36, the reply of Hanuman on the condition of Rama. He thinks of you constantly. He hardly sleeps. If he does, he wakes up calling out, Shita. When he sees a fruit or a flower, he thinks of you. Hearing the glories of Rama, Sita was rid of her sorrow. Hearing of his grief, Sita grew equally sorrowful. So, here the sloka says that when Sita heard the glories of Rama from Hanuman, she was very happy. But when she heard the condition of Rama, she grew equally sorrowful, just like Rama. Condition of Rama because of separation from Rama. And Sita replied to Hanuman, your description of Rama's love for me comes to me like a nectar mixed with poison. In whatever condition one may be, whether one is enjoying unlimited power and prosperity or one is in dreadful miseries, the end of one's action drags a man as if he were tied to a rope. Everybody is tied to a rope. The what do you call, the material nature controls the nature, sattva guna, raja guna, tama guna, and then the miseries, adhyatmika, adhidayvika, adhibhautika, we are all controlled. We have independence, but to some extent. Because the past action, reaction of past action always controls. Reaction of past action can come in many forms, in form of your thought, in form of the word, in form of the deeds. That's why when you say karma is not only the action, it is also the word, it is also the thought. So look at the way in which Rama, Lakshmana, and I has been subjected to sorrow. Remember when I started the introduction part, why Rama had to appear? Many reasons. One of the reasons mentioned is a curse by Bhrigu Muni too, which you will learn in Uttarakanda. Bhrigu Muni cursed Rama to be taken to the Lord Vishnu to take a human birth and to be separated from his wife. So again, she's talking about destiny. I have been subjected to sorrow. Surely no one can overcome destiny. Yes, you can overcome destiny. But in this case, due to the condition that she was in, she said she cannot overcome this destiny. I wonder what the time will come when I shall be united with Rama again. Ravana gave me 1 year, of which 10 months have already passed. Only 2 months are left. At the end of the 2 months, Ravana will surely kill me. There is no alternative. For he does not fancy the thought of taking me back to Rama. In fact, a course was suggested by Ravana's own brother Vibhishana. Sita says, Vibhishana advised Ravana. So his eldest daughter, Nala, told me. Remember, there's Nala. Nala is one of the Vanara who will be responsible for building the bridge later on. Amsha, Vishwakarna. This one is Nala, daughter of Vibhishana, mentioned in chapter 37 of Sundarakanda. But Ravana turns a deaf ear upon such wise counsel. So here, chapter 37, Vibhishana family will be given there. Narration of the Vibhishana family. This is a sloka. Sloka, what you call 9, 10, and then 11. Okay. Hanuman said to Sita, I'm sure Rama will soon arrive here with the army of Vanaras. But as soon as I inform him of your location, whereabouts. But oh, divine lady, I had another idea. Hanuman is giving another idea to Sita. What is the idea that the Hanuman wants to give to Sita? Hanuman said, you can rejoin your husband this very day. I can enable you to end your sorrow instantly. Please do not hesitate to get on my back and seek union, yogam with Rama now. I have the power to carry you, even Lanka, Ravana, and everything in it. No one will be able to overcome me. Remember, this is what he mentioned to the Vanaras. Of course, I can cross this ocean with the power, with the power of my arms. I can push the ocean away. And he said, I shall proceed to Lanka with the speed of missile discharged by Rama. If I do not find Rama or Sita there, I can go to heaven to look for her. If I do not find her, I will bind Ravana and bring it to Rama. If I'm difficult to bind Ravana, I will uproot Lanka itself and carry it to Rama. This is what he mentioned to the Vanaras before he crossed the ocean. So here he's saying it again to Sita. No one will be able to overcome me. What a great triumph it will be if I return to Kishkinda with you on my back. Now, for a moment, Sita was thrilled at this prospect. But she remarked almost in a jest, you are speaking like a Vanara. You are so small and you think you can carry me across this ocean. Hanuman thereupon showed Sita his real form, Vishwarupa. Remember I mentioned in last session, Hanuman has a power to expand himself, to grow himself into hundreds of yojanas, more than that. When he was his encounter with Surasa, it was mentioned he expanded himself to 100 yojana. He can grow in size. Anima lagima ashtasiti, ashiti. Remember, there's a Hanuman Chalisa also said ashiti now niti kitata ashvar bin janaki mata. The city he has the ashtama city, who will be able to increase his size, reduce his size, assume any forms and all that. So he stood like a big mountain in front of Sita. Sita felt sure that his confidence was justified, but said to him, "Oh, mighty Hanuman, I am convinced that you can do as you say, but I do not think it is proper for me to go with you. You may proceed at a great speed, but I may slip and fall into the ocean. If I go with you, the demons will suspect our relationship and give an immoral twist. Many demons will pursue you. How will you, unarmed as you are, will deal with them at the same time protect me? I might once fall again in their hands. I agree you have the power to fight and kill them, but it will rob Rama of the glory of killing them and rescuing me. Surely, when Rama and Lakshmana come here with you, they will destroy the demons and liberate me. I will come and liberate me. I'm devoted to Rama, and I will not on my accord touch the body of another man. Therefore, O Hanuman, enable Rama and Lakshmana to come here with greatest expedition. This is what mentioned by Sita to Hanuman. The sloka, if you look into sloka 55, sloka 62, It is proper that Rama comes here, kills the Ravana along with his relations and take me away. O chief of Vanaras, I cherish my devotion towards Rama alone, and I do not wish to touch on my free will, the body of another other than Rama. This is what mentioned by what he calls Sita. So Sita here decides carefully. Hanuman made an offer. What was the offer made by Hanuman? Hanuman offered to take her directly, take her straight, to carry Sita and take Sita directly to Rama. But the reply of Sita. So why she replied? What was the reply? She said, Rama's fame will be diminished. Don't touch anybody other than Rama. Demons fight and capture back, falling off from the back. All the arguments. Sita presented another argument. And she requested Hanuman to communicate to enable Rama to come and take her. And Hanuman was highly impressed and thoroughly convinced of Sita's argument. He said, if you feel that you should not come, please give me a token that I might take with me and which Rama will recognize. This suggestion revived old memories and moved Sita to tears. She said to Hanuman, I shall give you the best token. Please remind my glorious husband of an episode, an incident that took place when they were living at Chitrakuta Hill. After we had finished our bath, we had a lot of fun playing in the water. Rama was sitting on my lap. A crow began to worry me. Son of Jayanta, crow. Sorry, son of Indra. It is mentioned, Valmiki Ramayana only mentioned the crow as a son of son of Indra, but not necessarily Jayanta. But there are commentators who say that crow's name is Jayanta. But Valmiki Ramayana is not mentioned. But in some regional version of Ramayana, it is mentioned Jayanta. It took the form of a crow. But another commentator say it is not Jayanta who took the form of a crow. Crow is a son of Indra. Crow, which is son of Indra, because it was mentioned that by one of the commentator. Once Indra and the wife wanted to be together, but the time for them to be together was not an auspicious time. They cannot be together at that particular time because time which is not auspicious, when the husband and wife comes together, it will happen like what happened to what you call deity when Hiranyaksa and Hiranyakapisu was born, of a demonic nature. So it was said that the Indra and the wife turned into a crow, and then a crow that is from their union a crow was born. That is a crow. It's mentioned by one commentator of Ramayana, but it is not from Valmiki Ramayana, but from the commentary that I have read on Valmiki Ramayana. Okay, so some regional versions it is mentioned it is Jayanta, okay, name of the Indra son. So the crow attacked Sita, and blood from the breast of Sita came up, and Rama was woken up from the blood from Sita, and when he saw the crow, he took up the blade of grass and invoked Brahmastra. So the crow started to run here and there looking for protection. Nobody can protect the crow. Even Indra himself cannot protect his son. Finally, the crow surrendered to Rama. This is also another Saranagati, Kakasura. Surrender of the Kakasura. Kakasura surrendered to Rama. And Rama, being compassionate to the crow, because the Brahma missile cannot go away. It has to take. So the crow offered his eyes That is why they say the cross, the eyes only have one eye, the other eye is not functioning properly. So that was the incident that Sita narrated to Hanuman to remind Rama that even for a crow, you invoke Brahma Misal. Have you no compassion for me? It was from you I learned that the compassion is the greatest virtue. So she narrated that to Hanuman. She said to Hanuman, no power on earth can confront Rama. It is only my ill luck that prevents them from coming to my rescue. It is only the ignorance of your, where Hanuman explained to Sita, it's only the ignorance of your whereabouts that caused this delay, O divine lady. Now that we know where you are, the destruction of the demons is at hand. Sita said, fulfillment of this mission depends on you, your aid. Rama will surely succeed in his mission, but please tell Rama that I have only 1 month to go. Then as a token, further token, Sita took off a precious gem from her and then gave it to Hanuman, Chudamani. Receiving the jewel with blessings, Hanuman was ready to go, ready to depart. And in chapter 39, Sita once again reminded Hanuman, I shall keep with me this jewel, which was to me the very presence of Rama. Whenever I looked at it, it was as if Rama was with me. It will remind Rama of me, my mother and King Dasaratha. Please tell Rama all that you have seen here, how I live, how I pine for him, how shall I remain here. I shall remain here only for the hope of seeing him again. Okay, Hanuman reassured her, fear not. Fear not, and doubt. Sorry, here that is a okay. Okay. Sita further requested Hanuman to tell how can the Vanaras cross this ocean. Of course, it will be glorious if Rama kills Ravana. But do you think this can be achieved? Then here, Hanuman reassured Sita. He said, it's easy for Vanaras, O lady. Vanaras are very powerful. They have gone round the world along the aerial routes. Sugriva's army consists of Vanaras equal to me, far superior to me. In fact, none of the army is inferior to me in power. Look at his humility. Hanuman, very humble, he says, all the Vanaras, either they equal or they are more superior than him. In fact, he is the most powerful Vanara, powerful of all the Vanaras. But look at what he said. To give confidence to Sita, he says that he is inferior to any of the other Vanaras. He said, surely it's obvious that no wise leader will send a superior hero as a messenger. Only inferior one are sent as messenger. Have no misgivings, O Sita. So Hanuman here is telling Sita that there are millions of Vanaras is going to come together with Rama and Lakshmana to kill the Rakshasas and then to recover Sita. And he further said, I shall myself carry Rama and Lakshmana on my back and bring them here. The rest of the work will be easy. And the last chapter, before Hanuman left, once again Sita said to Hanuman, as he was about to depart, please give that jewel to Rama. It's something that I have cherished. Also remind him, once when the auspicious mark of the forehead, my forehead had wiped out, he himself applied it once again and laughed. Remind him of the story of the crow that I have already narrated to you. And please do not forget to tell him that I can keep myself alive here. That too only for his sake for 1 month more. And once again, Hanuman said to Sita, assured Sita, I swear that even as you are constantly thinking of him, Rama too is constantly thinking of you, O Sita. There will be no delay at all in his arrival here. Please. Sita felt unhappy when Hanuman was ready to leave and put the last word. You are the best tokens You have the best tokens of my love for Rama. Please tell him everything in detail. Ensure that Rama is able to end my agony. So that is the part where Hanuman reassured Sita. Hanuman could have, after that, traveled back to Rama to what I call Angada, Jambavan, and then travel back to Rama to communicate condition of Sita, but he did not. What Hanuman did, Hanuman wanted to survey Lanka further, and Hanuman also wanted to meet Ravana himself. So he will remain in Lanka for that particular purpose. So from chapter 41 onwards, we are going to look into the Hanuman's exploits, further exploits in Lanka, meeting Ravana and then burning Lanka until he crossed to meet the Vanaras. We are going to cover in session 22, which will be next week. Next week, we are going to look into session 22. In fact, Sundara Kandam, we have two more sessions, session 22 and 23. And after that, ninth session, it is going to be focusing on Yuddha Kandam. In fact, Yuddha Kandam has consists of 128 chapters. Sundara Kandam is 68 chapters. Okay, Sundarakandam, Kishkindakandam, 67 chapters. Aranyakandam, 75 chapters. Ayutthakandam, 119 chapters. Balakandam, 77 chapters. So Sundarakandam, 68 chapters. Another two more sessions we are going to cover. So for this session, as usual, for every session, you need to look at what are the lessons that you can learn from the session. Especially the character development, communication, how Hanuman communicated to Sita, and all that. You can go through that. Okay, if you have questions, you can write in the chat. Okay, there are chat. Okay, you can write in a chat session. Okay, there are some questions. There are a few more. Okay, I will answer. I will collect all. Then I will answer in the WhatsApp. The WhatsApp group, I will give you the answer. In the WhatsApp group, I have shared with you on Sita, analysis of Sita from Valmiki Ramayana and Kamba Ramayana, written by Mr. Hari Krishnan, who wrote about 20 years ago. You have total number of pages close to 500. Anyone who wants to read, analyze character of Sita, you can read. But of course, it will not be able to read at one go. It will take you about maybe a few days to complete the reading, because it's a total number of pages is close to 500. From time to time, I will share with you some other characters, because Hari Krishnan has written based on character, each of the character analysis from Valmiki Ramayana and also Kamba Ramayana. So that you can go through video for those of you want to do this. And of course, reading from Valmiki Ramayana from the sloka is important for you if you want to follow easily the sessions. The session that I'm giving to you, it is just a summary of the chapters, not the detail. Okay, so we have completed. I think I have exceeded 1.5 hours, just about 5 minutes exceeded 1.5 hours, 1 hour 35 minutes. So so we will meet again in next session. So Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanane.